I've already welcomed you. I'm always so honored to be able to share this opportunity. And one, you're going to hear some of my story mixed in. My husband and I have been in business for many years, over 20 years now. But prior to getting into business, I was a dental hygienist. So I worked for a dentist. And, I found myself in a position where I was looking. I knew I couldn't do that for the rest of my life. I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life. And Kirk and I started to understand some things that we never wanted to be in a position where we got left behind. And so there are some trends, some things happening right now in the marketplace that you need to understand are coming together with this company that you're seeing here tonight. One is AI. Every company is trying to figure out how to get into the AI space. And about 75% of businesses right now are implementing AI. One, because it creates automation, they can utilize personalization. And think about this. How many of you have seen over the last year or so how people are saying you got to create wealth in AI? AI is coming. Whether you like it or not, it's going to get integrated into our world, and you might as well figure out how to make money with it, right? The other thing is a digitally delivered product or platform. So over the last several years, digital products have come on the scene. And what is amazing about it is it gives you a global reach. So you can literally have an international business overnight just like that with a digital product. So I've been in the physical product space before for many years. And there's a lot of friction that comes with that. There's a lot of moving parts, manufacturing, shipping and handling. You have, manufacturing problems. You have ingredients that all of a sudden you can't get. And there's a lot of things that can happen with the physical product world. But with digital, it's a product that can be created one time and it can cross all boundaries. Well, and then the other industry is membership-based subscriptions. So think about right now, if you were to pull up your bank account, I guarantee you that all of us on here have all of these subscriptions coming out, right? And companies have figured out how to rush into the subscription model over the last several years because it can create a product one time. It can make your life simpler. We now subscribe to, think about this, Netflix. We subscribe to movies. We subscribe to gaming, music, food delivery. Think about your products like makeup and hair care. I mean, I have my laundry detergent on subscriptions. I even have my peanut butter right now. My powdered peanut butter is on subscription because it just makes my life easier. And so people are used to being not only involved in the subscription model, but now people are realizing the power behind having a business that deals in membership-based subscriptions. And MWR Life has brought all three of these industries together and is doing something very unique in the travel lifestyle industry space. So take a look at this market share. Just in these three industries alone, we are sitting in a sweet spot. So we're talking billion, trillion dollar industries that are coming together, and it's outpacing some of our staple industries that's been around for a long, long time, like coffee, health, cosmetics, and there's many more that I could put on here. And so this is where you want to be. If you've never wanted to be left behind, this is why you need to plant yourself right in the center of these three industries right now. Now, when I share this opportunity, I like people to understand there's other things that you could go and make money at, right? You could get a second job. You could, which is trading more time for money. You could open up a brick and mortar store, which is a lot of stress. But really, what people are looking for today is having a cash flowing asset. And so, what you're going to see here tonight is not only an opportunity that's doing something very unique in the travel and lifestyle industry space, but also giving people an opportunity to have an asset that can spit off cash flow every single month. So imagine having a subscription model that you own a business in and creating residual income where you get paid continually for work that you do one time and having the flexibility of time to where you can run a business literally from your phone, from your house, or really any location that you want to think of and having income flexibility. So imagine having a cash flowing asset that can begin to grow on a monthly basis, whatever that looks like for you. If you could have more time and money, what would you do? What are some things that you're looking for? For Kirk and I, we wanted time with our family. We wanted to be our kids' greatest influence. We didn't want to be bound to a desk job and be able to have to clock in 8 o'clock and leave at 5 and someone telling us when we could take a vacation. We wanted more freedom in our life and to be able to have more choices. So I don't know what that is for you, but this is one of the most important things as you're looking for opportunity out there. Is it going to give you time? And can you produce money and income that comes in on a regular basis, time after time? And that's what we really have here with MWR Life. Now, if you take a look right now with what's happening in the digital age and the AI revolution, there's a guy, Gary Vanderchuk. Many of you on here have, listened to him. He's on social media. He goes by Gary V. He's worth about 250 million at this point. And, he's kind of a thought leader of today. And here's what he says. The companies that dominate are those that have these three pieces figured out. They have content, they have a website, they have a product or service, they have commerce that goes into the marketplace. But the biggest piece is that C, that community piece. Whoever figures out loyalty and building a community that comes back time and time again will dominate. And that's what MWR Life has done. We've packaged a membership-based travel subscription through our proprietary travel platform called Travel Advantage. And we're bringing travel to everyday households in a very simple, systematic, and affordable model. So imagine having access to wholesale rates in travel. Imagine being able to have access to amazing curated experiences and where people now can travel very simply and very affordably. Because here's what happens today. Most people want to travel more. They want to do more of it. They want to go on bucket list trips, but they can't afford to do it. But imagine bringing a model to them where it's almost like a prepaid travel bank that they can begin to pre-plan for their travel and have access to wholesale rates. This is why our community is growing so fast. This is why people are staying on our subscription because of the high value we provide. We have over 500,000 members in our community. And as we get bigger and bigger, that creates buying power, which means that we can not only dominate the travel industry world, but be able to get even deeper discounts the larger our community grows. Now, you also have to understand, like, how does distribution work in the marketplace? Like, when you get a product into the market, how does it work? Well, with a physical product, this is how it works. And this is why it can be clunky when you're dealing in physical products. There's all these exchange of hands, right? You've got manufacturing and packaging and a retail store and advertising before it even gets to the customer. And Sam Walton became the richest family in the world by figuring it out this really well and cutting out some steps. But then Jeff Bezos says, man, I can do this better. And he cut out just a few more steps and became the richest man in the world because there's an 80 to 500% markup on products. Well, in the digital world, it works even better because you don't have all those exchange of hands. And in the travel space, here's how it works. There's two parent companies that have owned the market, Booking Holdings and Expedia Group. And if you look at all of these websites on my screen, these are just white label companies that are on top of those parent companies. So Booking.com, Expedia, Priceline, HomeAway. And they compete against each other. And some people think that they're shopping from all these different sites, but really, essentially, you're shopping from the same parent company. So they're a travel retailer. They pay for advertising. Y'all have heard the commercials, right? The Booking.com commercial, the Priceline commercials, and they pass those dollars on to you, the consumer. And MWR Life says we can do this better. We can bring travel to everyday households in a better model. We'll cut out the retailer. We won't pay for advertising. And we'll bring it to the world in a word of mouth referral marketing model, and we'll let the people profit. So imagine now being able to have a digital asset that you own that you can share a subscription model into the marketplace and be able to make 85% upfront commissions, 55% residuals. And this gives you a real asset that you can run from your phone, from your house, and really anywhere you are in the world, you can operate a business. So MWR Life, here's probably one of the most exciting pieces about this. It was founded in 2013. It's been operating seamlessly since that time. We're in over 5 continents and present in more than 150 countries right now. Now, here's why the person that wanted you to jump on here tonight to take a look at this, because we have just officially launched into North America. So about a month ago, North America, Canada, Mexico, and Australia is now officially open for business. And so we are so primed for growth. Think about right now you partnering with MWR Life and there being only about 4,000 people that are involved. Think of the potential that we have as we share this model across North America. But it doesn't stop there. Literally instantaneously tonight, you can partner with MWR Life and you have an international business right now, running through your phone, running through your laptop, where you can have someone from another country that gets involved with you and it's seamless. That is how we're disrupting the travel industry. So you can save money, you can make money, and you can travel more. So Travel Advantage is our trademarked proprietary travel platform. And what it does is it unlocks exclusive access to unpublished wholesale rates, and it passes the savings on to people like you and I. So you just being a member, you're going to earn travel credits every time you book. Then you'll also, being a member, you're going to get loyalty points. And these are dollar for dollar. And I'll show you how those work here in just a second. So, who partners with us? Well, business owners who are looking for opportunity and they say, man, I want to build a community of subscribers and profit. Or your everyday travel member that says, man, I just want access to these kind of rates and these kind of pre built experiences so I can make travel easier into my life. This really shows you just the credibility that we have in the marketplace. So we've got a 4.8 rating on Trustpilot. We have excellent rating on the international organizations, and we have multilingual 24/7 support. So like I said, right away, you can have an international business literally at your fingertips. So Travel Advantage is really an elite luxury travel club. In fact, it's been the #1 European travel club for the last several years. And this AI piece is what is so amazing. Our entire platform is built on AI, and it goes out and it gets all the best wholesale rates and compiles them. And it can start to know you personally and your family, like what you love to do, where you love to go, what activities and excursions you like to do. And it can build entire trips for you. So it saves you time, hours of research, and can make travel so much more simpler for your life so that you're not having to spend all this time like, well, what is the hottest hotel there that we should do? What are the, different excursions in this area? And it can build an entire trip. Our CEO actually, he said in the next few months, this thing is gonna get so robust, but you're gonna have your own little AI trip assistant. So imagine going into a destination and it even knows the type of cuisine that you like, right? The kind of restaurants you like to eat at. And what if you show up at your destination and all of a sudden your little AI trip assistant could to name off some of the top restaurants in your favorite cuisine, and it can even make a reservation for you. So talk about making life so, so simple. So it's really a membership for all your travel needs. So anything you can think of in travel, you're going to have access to. And then here's what's really cool. The way that the industry works is, let's say that Priceline goes up and buys a bunch of rooms at a hotel and they need to get rid of the rooms, right? So they deep, deep discount them. And Travel Advantage says if you happen to find a hotel room or even a resort stay for cheaper, we'll 150% best price guarantee it. That is amazing. You also have 24-hour member support. You can conveniently book online 24/7 and there's no blackout dates. Now, life experiences are our flagship item in the platform. So, this is where we bring literally the best of travel and lifestyle to families. So, these are just a few examples on my screen here. And these are where MWR Life curates these experience trips. And a lot of the trips are bucket list trips that people are, dreaming of going to. And they have activities, excursions already built into them. There's some trips on here that you're going to find that even have professional tour guides included, entrances to all of these like iconic spots at these certain destinations. And so take a look at this one example. I love this one because Santorini, Greece has been on my bucket list for a long time. And it is at that iconic resort that women, if you're on here, you've dreamt of this, where you buy like that beautiful dress and you have your picture taken by a professional photographer and the wind is blowing the dress up. Well, Santorini, Greece, right there for 5 days, 4 nights at this iconic resort is $949 a person, which is unbelievable. But me being a member with MWR Life, I can actually apply 400 of my loyalty points. Remember, those are dollar for dollar, and I can get that trip for $549. That is unbelievable. So these are the kind of access that we're telling you about, that you will have access to wholesale rates, travel where you couldn't even think about building these kind of trips for the price that you're going to get them for. The other really amazing things that MWR Life does is they do what's called trip tracking. So you can literally track for a free trip. And these are some more examples of life experiences that are built on our platform. But what is awesome with your loyalty points is every 12 months, if you decide to stack your loyalty points, after 12 months, they'll unlock 100% of the points and you can choose a life experience trip and go for 2 people for free. So there is huge value in being a member just if you decide to trip track and get that free trip every single year. Now, there's also huge earning potential with the community. So there's 10 different ways that you can earn, and I'm not going to highlight all 10. I'm just going to go through a few of them. But what Kirk and I found so impressive is that there's daily pay, weekly pay, and monthly pay. And this is unlike, the travel agency, by the way. In fact, I just learned recently, like travel agents, when they book trips for people, they don't get paid until like 60 or 90 days after someone actually goes on that trip and has that trip fully paid for. By the way, you're not a travel agent here. You're not booking trips. You're simply building a community of subscribers. So imagine getting instant pay daily and weekly and monthly. So one incentive that the company does is they do what's called a fast start bonus. And then this incentivizes you to go out and share the membership. So in the first 7 days, you can enroll two Elite Turbo members. You're going to make $160 by doing that. And then they're going to give you a $150 bonus for doing it in 7 days. Then they'll reset it and let you do it another 7 days. Same thing. And then a third time, they'll do it even a third time, which gives you about $930 just in the first 21 days of you getting started. Now, another way that you can earn is the residual income. And these are the guaranteed income rates based on the size of community that you build. Now, look at these types of incomes. Again, and I said this earlier, I believe, but you're not alone here. You're actually building a community together. So the person that invited you here tonight, you guys are going to be working together and building a team, building a community of subscribers together. So look at, down here at the gold level for just a size of 12 people community, you can make $300 a month every single month, all the way up to 90,000 a month. Jen Perka, which is one of our leaders here with MWR Life, she just recently hit double diamond, making 30,000 a month. That's guaranteed income. And the way these incomes get paid out is through daily pay. So look on the screen here and use the chat right now because I want to hear what daily pay would you love to have? If you could make a certain amount every single day, what would get you excited? Think about this for a minute. $80 a day, $150 a day, or Jen Perga, $1,000 a day. Every morning you look in your bank account, you got $1,000, $1,000, $1,000. Amazing. Now, another way is what's called a boost bonus. And this is really exciting. This is obviously the company's incentive to continue to grow the community. So just helping your community add 6 new members in a week, you can make $600 all the way up to when you hit the platinum level. If your team adds 12 people, you can make $1,200 extra a week. So think about these two bonuses right here. That's $1,800 a week. And this is one way that you can get paid. Another way is the builder bonus. And this was really huge for Kirk and I because this is really the win-win piece of helping other people make money, and you get bonus for helping others make money, which is awesome. And you can look at some of these bonuses, $100, $120 just for helping someone add a member to the community. Now, here is the most exciting piece. The membership is only $119.97. Now, I know I have people all the time say, Nicole, okay, just tell me the skinny. Like, how much is this? Is it $500 a month to become a member? All the value I just shared. The membership is only $119.97, which is crazy, but the company makes it even sweeter. Just referring 3 elite members, your membership can become auto finance, which means they don't charge your card anymore for the $119.97 just by referring 3 elite members. So when I told you a minute ago where you could literally get a life experience trip for 2 people completely free, this is how. Your membership can be covered with referring 3 elite members, and yet your membership loyalty points will stack every month. And at the end of a year, you can pick one of those amazing life experience trips and go for 2 for free. So there is zero risk here and 100% a reward. So take a look at these memberships of how you can actually partner and get started with MWR Life. You can come in as an elite member. Now, to come in as an elite, it's $338.97. That's going to give you your $99 business back office that puts you in business. It gives you all the sharing capabilities. The training is there, your personal website. And then they take 120 of that 338 and they put it as loyalty points into your travel savings bank. Now, remember, I told you loyalty points are dollar for dollar. So those are like actual dollars you're going to use for travel. Then every month for your $119.97, the company is going to match those dollars and give you 120 loyalty points every single month into your travel bank. So again, you're essentially just banking travel with your membership that you're going to use for your own trips. Now, the best way and the highest value to come in is to do what's called a turbo upgrade. And it's a one-time lifetime upgrade of $249. And what that does is that makes your getting started cost only $588.97. And then the company takes 490 of those and puts it straight into your travel bank. So those are actual dollars, like 490 loyalty points that you can access for travel to apply to your own trips. And then they do something so amazing where every month they 100% match your membership and give you 240 loyalty points every single month. So even when your membership is auto financed, you're going to get 240 every month. And so imagine stacking those loyalty points and be able to access for that free trip every single year. And I want to show you what makes MWR so, so different. So, a traditional structure, when you're going to go out and build community into a product or service in the marketplace, a lot of a traditional structure is where here you are and you put all of these people in direct competition with one another. So, maybe you know your mom, your sister, your best friend, someone that you know that loves to travel. But over here with MWR Life, by the way, this is not how we build. The MWR Life structure is builds together as a team. So why is it important for you to grab a spot as soon as possible? Because the person that invited you here tonight, they are adding market share all the time. Their team is adding people into the community. And when you grab a spot right here, you never know the next person that's going to get involved that now you're going to benefit from those people that are bringing in people into the community. And remember those incomes that I showed you? And it's all based on community size. Man, as that community grows, that is what puts you up into those different ranks of making 2,400, 3,400, 10,000, 30,000 a month. So imagine grabbing a spot in the business and now your community is growing internationally. You never know when this person knows someone in the UK and this person knows someone in Canada and then someone knows someone in California. And as you build together and build market share together as a team, there is so much power in doing that. So, what are we asking you to do tonight? The person that invited you here says, join my team, get a spot, get become an Elite Turbo member tonight, get a position, and take advantage of that March promo where you can have 90 days access and get 2 months free. And you're getting in for that $588.97 cost. And you can already have 490 loyalty points, $490 already banked for your own personal travel. What people love about this is that travel is the universal language of love. Think about, do you ever meet somebody that doesn't love to travel? I mean, I know there's some unicorns out there, but most people want to do more of it. And that's what we're finding. This is so refreshing because it's not another Me Too product. It's not another physical product that can be easily commoditized in the market. Travel, people want to do more of it and they want to do it all the time if they can. And people are looking to do bucket list trips, and you can now offer this to them at such exceptional rates and a membership that just pays so well. It's proprietary, it's a proven model and company. The compensation plan is so lucrative. It is a digital residual. Like I said, overnight, you can have an international business just like that. And guys, we're having so much fun doing it. I mean, I've never had so much fun in my life building a community of people that love to travel, love to see the world. And, what I love to tell people is, when you go on a vacation, do you ever leave mad? Most people never leave mad on a vacation, right? People leave happier, fuller lives. They're excited. And that is what we get to offer people, a business opportunity where not only can they profit and make really good money, but they can access travel more in their life and help other people do it. And it is an amazing thing. So here's what I recommend. Get back with the person that got you on here tonight. Get on a call with them. Have them answer. If you have questions, have them answer questions for you, but get a spot. The power of building as a community, you don't want to miss out on the next person that gets in and adds in, 50, 100, 200 people. We are so primed for growth here in North America. So make sure you get your membership, start traveling with us, start seeing the world more and more because it is a beautiful thing. So I've enjoyed sharing with you guys. Y'all have a blessed evening and we will see you next time.